Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. I'm Midshipman Arias, together with Midshipman Dasal, Midshipman El Nacien, Midshipman De Castro, and Midshipman Dumipid. We are the Group 1. We are gonna present about the radio detection and ranging. So, ano nga ba yung radar? So, basically, radar is an equipment on board ship, particularly inside the bridge, that provides data such as bearing, distance of an object or targets from your ship on ship position. So it aids the navigator information's avoidance and safe navigation at sea. So let's start. Let's turn on radar. So this is what radars look like when it's on standby mode. During this mode, there are functions that can be assist. Example, we are navigating at night. Masyadong maliwanag yung display ng radar in a way na hindi na natin makita yung data na ibinibigay niya. So, dito yung brilliance of K na located here at the lower right corner of our screen. We can adjust the brilliance of our screen if the users left click the sub K, a brilliance menu would appear. So, ito yung brilliance menu na tinatawag natin. So, you can manually adjust brilliance of the screen, such as brilliance of heading line, BL, BRM, cursor, ARPA, and so on. So, to exit the brilliance, just click exit, left click, exit brilliance. So, paano naman pag right click? So, right click, so default option will appear. So, upon choosing Windows default option, just leave the designs option. So, every time our cursor enters the video circle, it changes into a plus sign. Ito yung tinatawag nating video cursor. So, it's inside the video in the circle. The data about the position of our ship video cursor is located at here lower right or on our screen. So, tinatawag natin itong cursor data. So, paano naman pag nasa labas ang ating cursor? So, ito yung screen cursor. So, as we notice kanina, yung cursor data is na replaced. So, each menu has its own function. So, along of our cursor, meron tayong toolbar. So, which means kapag empty yung toolbar natin, meaning to say, hindi pwedeng i-click yung area where our cursor points. So, on the other hand, kapag meron namang white bar yung ating cursor, meaning to say, we can use the left click or right click. So, we can order assist on the function. So, that's all. Thank you.
So, thank you Midshipman Arias. Good day everyone. I'm Midshipman Jerwin Dasal and today I'm going to report range scale. So, this juke key located at the upper left corner of the screen is for scale selection. So, it usually contains information about how wide the scale used in display here in our video circle. So, we can adjust it by left clicking the show key for dropping down the option and the left click for the chosen range, or just left click this plus sign to increase the range, or just left click this minus sign to decrease the range. Pag sinabing decrease the range, yan yung distance na screen ng radar or range radar mo kung saan ba kaya niyang ma-pick up. User specify this data, then this box located at the upper part of fixed soft key menu is the user's specified data display. So it contains information which relates to your ships, such as the speed and depth and on ship's position. To change type of data presented here, just left click this caption. We saw here the data displayed when a specific data is inaccessible associated with that is replaced by dashes. We saw here the on ship's position. The source can be any one of the following: the DGPS or Differential Global Positioning System, or NGPS or Global Positioning System. If there is a position alarm, the latitude and longitude is displayed red, and lastly, the wind and the depth either true or relative wind speed is displayed depending on the data received from the sensor. The width varies the display's relative to on-ship setting. Next, I would like to tackle on the function of our radar, which is called caption and readout. So where can we find this function of the radar? So if you look at the upper right section of our radar screen, we can find the heading caption, heading readout, speed caption, and speed readout. So at the right side of the speed readout, we can see the speed input. So ano pa nga ba yung mga function nito at para saan ba ito? So the main function of this part on this radar is to basically show the information such as the true heading and the speed of her ship. So dun pa lang sa dalawang information na makukuha natin, na makikita natin sa function ng radar na ito, ay malalaman na natin na napaka-important talaga nito in order for us to maintain a safe voyage. So like I said, the speed input, which is the right side of our speed readout, we need to left click this so in order us to reveal the drop down menu. So makikita po natin ang mga options diyan. Para saan nga ba yung mga option na to? So pwede po natin mabago yung speed caption natin into two types. Either STW or speed through water, and SOG or speed over ground. So speed over ground is mainly used when the ship is being at drift. So tandaan nyo guys, bago natin magawa yung mga changes na yon, speed readout can only be changed by the users when manual speed mode has been enabled. I will tackle the transceiver. So the transceiver is located under the range scale or below the master. So when you click the X band, it will change to S band. So the S band have 2.7 to 3 GHz now, and with the lower frequency and shorter wavelengths, and it is useful for detecting small boats and also for during heavy weather. So when you click the S band, it will change to X band. So X band have 8 to 12 GHz radar with high frequency and long wavelength, and used for giving sharper multi-image and better solution on radar screen, mostly used for traffic zone and navigation in the Wool Sea. So that's the end of my topic. Let's proceed at Midshipman El Nasin.
Hello everyone, Midshipman El Nasin. Today I will discuss brilliance control. So we can see this is the standby mode of the radar. So for example, nagna-navigate tayo tuwing gabi. So masyado maliwanag ang display. So kailangan natin palitan kailangan natin i-setting ang brilliance control. So here in brilliance, soft key located at the lower right corner of the screen. For example, if a user left click this soft key, a brilliance menu will appear. What if the user right click? A default option will appear. So for exiting the brilliance menu, to exit the brilliance menu, just left click the exit brilliance. So our next topic is range scale and range ring. Range scale is located upper left corner of the screen for the range scale selection. We can just adjust it by clicking soft key to dropping option menu and left click to choose range, or just left click the plus sign to increase the range, or left click the minus sign to decrease the range. And the range ring is located in the top left corner below the range soft key. Turning range ring on and off. To turn on range ring, just left click it to turn it on. To turn it off, just left click again in the range ring soft key. Our next is selecting the required pulse length or radar transmission pulse length. So the current selection of pulse length is indicated in the pulse length soft key at the left hand side of the display. The caption in the soft key box is abbreviation of the current pulse length selection, like SP for short pulse, MP for medium pulse, or LP for long pulse.
Video processing control, video gain control, Always adjust the gain settings while on longer range scales of 12 or 24 nautical miles. Manual anti-clutter C control. Use the anti-clutter C control to reduce C clutter to an operational level where some residual clutter speckle is present. Manual anti-clutter rain control. Use the anti-clutter rain control to optimize suppression of rain clutter, balance the detection of targets within the clutter region under the rain. With detection of those outside the clutter region, always use the control with great care. Automatic anti-clutter control. In open sea conditions, use auto to suppress rain and sea clutter. This normally provides optimum detection by adapting the amount of clutter suppressions applied to the varying characteristics of clutter's returns. Manual transceivers tuning. Antenna tuners, also called transmatches, matchboxes tunings, units or antenna couplers, are devices that match the impedance from an antenna system to your transceiver. Amateur radio transceiver expect a 50 ohm impedance from the antenna, but not all antennas will deliver that level of impedance. Setting manual or automatic tune. Number 1. Position the screen cursor over the Man Auto selection field. 2. Left-click the toggle control to manual or automatic. Turning enhanced video control on and off. Position the screen cursor over the enhanced soft key. 2. Left-click to toggle the enhanced control on or off. Setting of the video picture display. Temporarily hiding the heading line. The heading line can be removed temporarily to view more clearly something which is on or close to the line. 1. Position the screen cursor over the heading line soft key. 2. Press and hold down the left key. The line together with all of the synthetic within the video circle remains hidden as long as the key is held down. 3. Release the key to return the line and synthetic to the picture circle. Off-centering the picture. The default picture is with on-chip placed at the center of the video circle. However, the picture can be off-center by dragging on-chip to a new position within the video circle as follows. Centering the video display. Centering the video display, the center soft key, located near the bottom right-hand corner, can be used to redraw the display with on-chip at the center of the video circle. Maximum view display. Position the screen cursor over the center soft key. 2. Right-click to reveal a pop-up menu containing the box view option. See example left. 3. Left-click to select max view or right to close the menu without further action. Turning EBL on and off 1. Position the screen cursor over the EBL caption box. 2. Left-click to toggle on or off. Changing the bearing of an EBL or ERBL1, position the screen cursor over the bearing. 2. Left-click to access. 3. Move the cursor control left or right to change the bearing. 4. Left-click to accept. Alternatively, a right-click will reveal a drop-down numeric keypad from which the bearing can be entered. Turning variable range maker on and off 1. Position the screen cursor over the BRM caption box. 2. Left-click to toggle on or off. A BRM1 is displayed as a green ring and the BRM2 is displayed as a red ring in the video circle. Changing the range of a BRM1, position the screen cursor over the range. 2. Left to click to access. 3. Move the cursor control left or right to change the range. 4. Left click to accept. 1. Position the screen cursor over the EBL2 caption box. 2. Right click to reveal the drop-down menu. 3. Move the screen cursor to the required option.
Hello, my name is Midshipman Dumipig and I am presenting to you the parallel index lines. So what is a parallel index lines means? So it's a vessel moves on its chosen heading. Fixed objects in its radar vicinity appear to be moving in a reciprocal direction to this motion. This technique provides the radar observer with a real-time view of the ship's lateral position relative to the planned track. The approach can be in use all conditions of visibility to monitor the vessel's cross-track movement. So as you can see here in our PowerPoint, the highlighted letter here is PI, also means that is parallel index lines. And as you can see, if you select that button, it will appear here the radar, and the next one is you can choose the tools here, and when you choose the tools, it shows here that the radar is changing of vision here. There are 3 lines that are representing here in our radar, and as you can see here the settings here, you can choose here the line 1, line 2, line 3, and line 4. And as you can see, the highlighted line is line 3, so that there are 3 lines here that are diagonally shown here. And you can also edit the lines to whichever you want. It's up to you if a horizontal or vertically, and also you can delete these lines if you want. And I can show you the video that the proper of using these parallel index lines.
Po mga pare koy. So sa video na to koy, papakita ko sa inyo paano i-operate yung parallel index or paano gamitin yung parallel index line, PI line sa ating ECDIS, no? So katulad ng ARPA, mayroon din silang parallel index. Okay, itong video na to para to sa mga zero knowledge sa ECDIS o gusto lang mag-review o gustong matuto. Okay? So dito ito palang ECDIS na to is Transas. Dito sa drop-down menu, piliin natin yung parallel index line. Yan. Okay. Now, dalawa yan. 1 at saka 2. Okay? Tingnan mo, may nag-appear na. So, pag i-on ko yung number 1, hindi mo na kailangan mag-input dyan. Pwede mo ring input manually dyan. Pero hindi ko na gagawin yun. Kasi pwede mong gawin dito. Itong line na yan, makikita nyo parang may dot. Position mo yung cursor dyan sa may parang tuldok, magiging cross na green. Pag left click mo, magiging bold, lalaki yung line, yung parallel index. Actually, yan na yung parallel index. Pwede mo na siyang i-move. So, halimbawa, may isla dito banda, so ilagay mo siya sa gilid ng isla para ma-monitor mo yung barko kung lumalapit ba sa isla. Dahil kung yung line na yan ay papatong sa isla, ay maaaring napadpad ka na patungong isla. So, yan yung pag-adjust ng distance mula sa yung barko. At saka, kasi nga tinawag na parallel index kasi dapat parallel sa yung course line. Okay? So, parehas sila ng direction ng ating course line. Pag sinabing parallel, parehas sila ng direction. Okay? Now, right-click to deselect. Kung satisfied ka na sa distansya, pwede mo nang i-right click para ma-deselect. Yan, nakaposition na siya. Kung gusto namang baguhin yung heading or direction niya, huwag kang mag-click doon sa tuldok. Mag-click ka kahit saan dyan sa line. Yan. Yan, nag-green na siya, nag-cross, left click, yan, naging bold. Pag move mo, magbabago yung direction niya. Okay? Okay? So, yan. Mangyayari to pag halimbawa, iikot na siya sa isla, kakambyo na siya, halimbawa, pa-estribor, so ipoposition mo sa next na course, yan, halimbawa, ganyan yung next course, parallel sa next course, so pwede mong galawin ng ganyan. Okay? Tapos left click para may pako, tapos pwede mo siya ulit i-reposition gamit yung may tuldok na yun. Okay? So kahit i-move mo siya along the line, basta yung napindot mo yung una, yung parang tuldok, distansya yung i-adjust niya. Okay? So, left click para ma-position. Para pag off, deselect mo lang yung highlight niya at mawawala na siya. Okay? So, ganun lang pag-activate ng parallel index. Pwede mo rin gawin sa isa yan. Actually, pwede mo rin isabay ang dalawa eh. Yan o. So, pwede mong ilagay yung isa sa pabor. Yan. Pwede mong ilagay sa estribor. Okay? Pwede mong ilagay sa pabor. Iikot mo lang yung mouse, kuhan mo, trackball. Yan. Okay? Left click. And left click kung gusto mong i-reposition dyan sa may parang tuldok. Okay? So, yan na yun. And, i-deselect natin. Tanggalin na natin. Hindi makafocus. Tingnan nyo. Deselect. Yan, nawala. So, ganun lang paggamit ko eh. And sana nag-enjoy kayo sa video na to at may natutunan kayo. Maraming salamat.
And the next one is rotating cursor and marks. And so what is the rotating the cursor and marks? It's a heading marker. The heading marker is and the range rings can obscure the small target. So it's a good idea to have the range rings turned off when they are not using, and to delete the heading marker every few minutes to see if it is masking a small target dead ahead. And the heading marker delete controls is usually self-canceling. That is, the heading marker will reappear as soon as the button is released. So as you can see here in our presentation, the highlighted here tools is the nav, and when you select this button, it appears that the tools has a rotating cursor, display of type half, and you can exchange these tools to a type of hull, so that the radar, the lines is north up to south, the line, and the display is on, so that the line is showing here in our radar. And you can add, delete, and you can turn it off. And the last one is displaying of marks. So what is displaying of marks? Is enable the officer to mark any prominent target or a point of particular interest. For example, you can use the trackball to select the desired mark from the mark box at the left side of the screen. And you can drop the anchor mark by entering the anchor coordinates provided by VTS in ports area in the mark menu. So as you can see here in our presentation, you can see at your left side corner of the radar is a cross sign. That means you select the settings of the radar on marking button, and you can see you can mark here the anchor if you want, and I can show you the video of how to make marking sign here in the radar. Thank you for watching and listening to our video presentation, and I hope you have learned a lot in this video. And once again, I am Midshipman Dumipig together with Midshipman Arias, Midshipman De Castro, Midshipman Dasal, Midshipman El Nasin, and we are the Group 1.